Okay, fellas, time to recap. Week 6 is in the books, and we are sitting at 4-2 in our division. Vegas is also at 4-2. However, they're above us since they took a win against us, but we'll get to those games. Kansas City sitting at 1-4, and Denver is also sitting at 1-4. So let's look back, see how we did. We went to Houston. We took that game 28-22. So let's look at what's going on. Now, they were the winless Houston Oilers. Houston Oilers, listen to me. Houston Texans. They were 0-4, or they were 0-3 going in. We were sitting at 2-1. And let's see how we did. We had 411 total offense. They had 295. 9 of 19 on third down. They were 3 for 14. We lost a fumble. We didn't lose any interceptions. They just had a pick against them. Let's see, penalties. We were 5 of 35 yards. They were 8 for 48 yards. Our red zone was 4 times we visited, 2 and 2. They went down there 2 times and 1 for 1. Let's look here. Missed field goal I'm seeing. Running game. Not much to see. Westfall did pretty good. 8 of 39, 4.88. Gave us a touchdown. Brock went 31 of 54, 348 yards. 2 sacks, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Doggins, our receiver, 10 catches of 14 targets for 91 yards, no touchdowns. Bonjour is 8 catches, 16 targets, 131 yards, and no touchdowns. Everything else was spread out. Houston side, he went 20. Well, let's look at his rushing. 14 carries, 54 yards, 3.86. Nothing really there. His passing was 25 of 46, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. We'll scroll down. His receiving, Bradford, 9 catches, 19 yards, 67 yards. 19 targets, 67 yards. Then he just spread out the ball to everyone else. Florio, interception again. How did our defensive pass rush? Shellhouse, 1 sack, 4 hurries. Rogers, 1 sack, and 1 hurry, 1 knockdown. So altogether, we had 6 hurries, 1 knockdown, 2 sacks. All in all, we got the win. It's all that matters, 28-22. And we will see now our next game. Our next game was against Colts. We won that game 31-27. Now the Colts are a good team. Let's see, they were 3-1 going into this game. And we were 3-1 as well. So we put up 385 yards. They put up 346. We gave up a pick. They gave up 3 picks. No fumbles on both sides. We were 7 for 14 on third down. They were 6 of 15 on third down. Red zone, this is perfect. This is what I love to see. 3 visits, 3 touchdowns. They had 4 visits, 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal. So the defense really didn't do good on this, our red zone especially. Now, they stuffed our running game. Westfall had 9 carries, 25 yards. Didn't really go anywhere. Everything else was garbage. Brock again, 29 of 43, another 300-yard game. So he went for 351. 1 sack, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He's been playing very good. I like what he's been doing. I just got to get his completions up a little higher than that. I think he's sitting at 58, 59, which is not good. I prefer him to be at 62%. Um, Bonjour, 9 catches, 10 targets, 107 yards, 1 touchdown. And Doggins, 7 catches, 10 targets, 80 yards. And then we spread it out. My first round pick, Smedley, he's just not doing anything. 2 catches, 6 targets, 15 yards. So now over to the Colts. Good running game. 30 carries, 148 yards for Will Banks. 4.93, 2 touchdowns. Good game for him. Cruz, 13 of 32 on 129, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, a passing rating of 24.1. So that was awful for his quarterback, as you can see here. But he looks like he's more of a running team. But he's actually a balanced team. 3 interceptions, I like that. That was good. That helped us take that win. We didn't get any sacks. 1 block. We had 8 hurries and 1 knockdown. Pass deflects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pass deflect. So we were all over his quarterback, and that was the deciding thing on this game, because of we won 31-27. It was close. We were able to put up the 14 points in the fourth quarter and hold their offense to 0. So big win for us, and we won away. So I like that. Next up, division rival Raiders. Now the Raiders took it to us. We lost that 19-3 at home. So wasn't pleased to see that. I was hoping for a more competitive game, but we were just not there. We put up the yardage. It's just that we couldn't put up the points. So we had 353 yards. They had 348. Yards per play were about the same. Gave a pick. He also gave a pick. Our third down conversion, 4 for 15, not good. He was 3 for 13. We did not lose any fumbles. Our penalties, 8, very high, 8 of 65. He was 4 of 25. And 2 visits to the red zone. We were 0 times, 1 field goal. He had 3 visits and no touchdowns, but 2 field goals on that. So it kind of looked like it was like an even game based upon what we're looking at. A missed field goal, which I can't stand. But let's look at our running game. We'll work our way down to the passing game. Running game, non-existent. Westfall, 7 carries, 13 yards. Crap. Brewer, 6 attempts, 25 yards, 4.17. He did better this game, but still, this is not going to cut it. Passing, 25 of 48, 328 yards. Again, another 300 game passing. 3 sacks, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Passing rating of 65.3. Dugan's 5 catches, 13 targets, 74 yards. Brandon had 5 catches, 10 targets for 94 yards. Smedley, I guess he heard me last game, 5 catches, 9 targets, 58 yards. I'd like to see that more from him, as he's just our slot guy. But if I can have, I think I mentioned this in the first video, if I can have 58 or 70 something yards from this third wide receiver, I would be happy. And the rest is running back Emmons 48, which was nice. Waddington 31 yards. So just spreading out the ball, but Raiders kept us out of the end zone. Sacks, we had 2 sacks in a day, 1 blocked. We had 5 hurries, and we had 4 knockdowns. So that's where we sit there. And let's see what else is there. Let's look at our offensive line. 3 sacks we allowed. So now for him, on the Raiders side, Vanderpool, 11 carries, 103 yards, 9.36 per carry. That right there was the killer. 1 touchdown. That was brutal. Because when you go to his passing, he was 20 of 35, 210 yards, 2 sacks, 1 interception, passing rating of 62.8. So nothing really pops out here. This right here, I wonder if he kept getting, no, because his third downs weren't that great either. He was 3 of 13. So, just a bad game be what we did. His highest target receiver only got 24 yards. Then he had his Perez. He was 5 of 6 for 70. So that was good. And then the rest is so 149, 1 catch for 1 target, 49 yards. It was a big gain for him. It's actually 48 yards after the catch. So, yes. He had, again, 3 sacks on us, 1 block, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hurries, and 1 knockdown. So, good play by Vegas on us. Good play. That was a heartbreaker, because now he has the tiebreaker for now. So we need to change our defense. We need to fix this thing and what's happening. But let's also take a look now at the standings. So Brock is sitting here. I believe he's sitting at 10. So he's completed 168 of 285. He is 58.9% complete. He has 2,110 yards. His yards per catch is 12.56. I like that. His average attempt is 7.40. Another good stat for him. 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He didn't get any touchdowns this week against Vegas, so I was hoping he would be at least at 14, but hey, I'll take that anyway. Good play by him. Our wide receivers, Doggin is sitting at 4 with 73 targets, 50 catches, 68.5 catch percentage. He has 600 yards on 6 games played. He's average per target 8.22, which is very good. 3 touchdowns, 9 drops. Now that 9 drops is big. That can be hurting us as well in certain games when you need him to make that play. Brandon Bonjour, 73 targets, 42 catches, 57.5 catch percentage, 659 yards in 6 games, which is very good again. 9.03 average per target. 4 touchdowns, 3 drops. So, doing very well. And then we have Smedley all the way down here at the bottom. 38 targets, 19 catches, 50% on catching, 218 yards, 5.74, abysmal. No touchdowns, 4 drops. It's just awful play. Let's go to our tight end. Nicky Waddington, 32 targets, 19 catches, 59.4, 227 yards, and 7.09 average targets. Not bad. 1 touchdown, 3 drops. So, team summary. Let's see here. Oh, what I love to look at. Again, points per game, we're down to 24.8. Now, we dropped down because of that Vegas game. Other than that, we were at 30, 30, 24, 28, 31, and then the 3. So that dropped our rating down from, I think we were at 29 points per game down to now 24. And we're allowing 25.8 per game. And like I mentioned before, if we stayed at that same pace, we were on track to be a 6-10 team to an 8-8 team, because the defense is giving up way too many points, and I can see it coming right now. So, change the defense is really not going to do much. I have to change the players. It's just not happening. Or my guys need to score 35 points a game. So, let's see what else to look at. Our rushing yards is abysmal. We're ranked 31. Yards per carry, we're at 3.37. We're ranked 29. Pass attempts, yes, I like to pass more. We're at 48.7. We are ranked 1. Completion at 28.7. We are ranked 1st. Completion percentage, we're ranked 13. Passing yards per game, 360 yards, and we're ranked 1. Yards per attempt, with 7.40, we're ranked 6th. Yards per catch, 12.57, we're ranked 7th. Total yards per game, 419.5, and we're ranked 2nd. Third down, big for me, 42.4, we're ranked 4th. And again, points per game, we're ranked 10th. And the turnover margin, we're ranked 7th, which is good. That's been helping us. If we were on the opposite side of this turnover, I can see our record would not be 4-2. We probably would be 2-4, most likely. But as you can see, our defense against the rush, 24th. Yards per carry, 24th. Passing attempts, 13. Completion, 3rd. Completion percentage, 3rd. So teams that pass against us, we've been doing well. 235 yards per game against us, we're ranked 12th. Third down against us, we're ranked 5th. Yes. Just not getting any sacks. Dole, which is good, he has 10 hurries. He's a defensive tackle, only 2.5 sacks. Defensive ends are not doing much. Shellhouse, 2 sacks, 5 hurries. Not going to cut it. Revar, 1.5, 8 hurries. Yes, so not liking it. Not liking it at all. And then we have our running game, like I mentioned before, we're sitting at 31st. Westfall, he's not doing so bad. He's at 55 carries, 239 yards, 4.35, three touchdowns. Probably going to give him more carries, take away from Brewer, and maybe get this up more. Let's hope. I'm not going to say hope. Let's make it happen. That's what I want to say. What's our games coming up? Now, we have a bye week 7, so we won't be playing. I have players that are still injured that would be coming back soon. Our cornerback, he'll be back. He's not going to be back. And yeah, that's about it. So we have Denver, and Denver is sitting right now at 1-5. So we'll see what happens. I think they play week 7, and we have to go to Denver. Next up, we have Tennessee. Tennessee is sitting at 2-3. They come to us, and then we have Jacksonville Jaguars. So the Jaguars are 2-3 as well. So we got 3 games that we should do well, compete in this game. The way we've been playing so far, I hope we just don't fall off a cliff. We keep it going. And hopefully we can be 7-2 after these 3 games, which would be nice to be sitting at. Now Vegas, their 3 games, they also, I believe, have a bye, which they do. They go up against the Colts, tough team. Then they got a division rival they have to play. All games against division rivals are going to be tough. Kansas City, and then he has to go and play the Titans at the Titans. So it's going to be interesting to see where we'll be at after week 10, because that's when I'll be back to record and show you guys a recap. All right, fellas, I think that's about it. Seeing if there's anything else I like to look at. Nope. So, I'll see you again week 10. Talk later.